Hello and welcome to episode 1018 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026. I'm your host, Chris Johnston. With me as always from Canada, Mr. Greg Seward.
Hello.
How's it going there, sir?
Pretty good. How's it going with you, bro?
Oh, God.
What?
Oh, God.
That good, huh?
Yeah.
What's wrong, CJ?
I'm still sick.
You sound better.
Still sick from, last Sunday to now. First of all, I started feeling like I was getting allergies. Like you have that little like sore throat tickle or whatever. Mm-hmm. I usually get allergies at the end of the season. So this was about that time. And then on Sunday, I guess on Saturday, I ordered a pizza from Domino's. Maybe that was
your first mistake. Yeah.
Certainly a mistake. And then had that for lunch on Sunday as well and started feeling really under the weather pretty quick.
Do people eat Domino's like by choice or?
Yeah.
I always thought people ate that because that's what was there.
Well, a little of column A, a little column B.
Okay.
So, started feeling pretty sick. And then I was watching the F1 race, the Canada Grand Prix, actually.
Wow. Why? Because it was on Netflix or?
It was on Apple TV.
Oh, Apple TV, yeah. Well, yeah, they have that. Yeah.
And I already wasn't feeling great. So I was like, I will just sit here and watch these cars go around the track. And as the race progressed, the sicker I became. And
I mean, to be fair, F1 can have that effect on people.
Well, sure. And then, started puking my guts out.
Jesus.
And at that point, I was like, hey, I don't think I'm going to be on the show tonight.
Food poisoning's the worst.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I've only had it. Well, I've had it twice before, I guess. This one was real bad, for sure, where I was just, couldn't hold anything down. So anyway, I watched you guys do the show while in between puking.
Mm-hmm.
And then that night, I started getting the hiccups.
Okay.
And they were like constant hiccups, just constant. And what I could do to get rid of them would be I could drink like really cold water, like take little sips of really cold water, and they would go away for about an hour, but then they would come right back. So that was my Sunday night.
That's weird.
And my Monday during the day and my Monday night. And on Tuesday, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to the urgent care. And so I had these constant hiccups for a full day.
Yeah.
And 2 nights of not sleeping because I'd be woken up every hour with hiccups. And, and to tack onto that, my CPAP decided it didn't want to work anymore. So
you had a bad week.
Even if I was going to have good sleep, or even if I was going to be able to sleep, I wouldn't have been able to because no CPAP. So, figured out I have a reflux issue.
Oh, yeah.
Bad reflux.
A friend of mine has a problem with that.
And I had stopped taking the medication for it about 2 months ago. And they were like, you probably should take that again. We should probably just start you back up on that. That might help because,
And stop eating Domino's.
And also that. So they put me on that. I started taking that, and that did away with the hiccups almost immediately, which was great. But, I wasn't feeling 100% until I'm still not feeling 100%. I wasn't feeling good enough to even really start doing much of anything until Friday.
Wow.
Yeah. And even now, like I'm not 100% still. So yeah, not great.
I'd say it's time to man up.
Yeah, I've still got sore throat, and I've been drinking tea for the past few days, and that has helped it significantly. But yeah, that's been my week. It's been bad, really. Not great.
My week is okay.
No constant hiccups.
Nope.
I don't know if you've ever had like hiccups that are like every 5 seconds constantly and
I mean,
every hour and not being able to get rid of them.
no.
It's very frustrating.
Can't say that I have. Yeah.
It's very, very, very frustrating and tiring too. Like your muscles hurt after that.
Yeah,
Not
I mean,
only after like the bout with food poisoning where my muscles already hurt.
Well, that's what I was going to say was like, the couple of times that I've had food poisoning, like that was the big thing is that my chest was so sore after a while because you're just
so sore,
constantly heaving, but
you're using muscles that, don't really get used all that much.
Yeah.
So there was that. There was, muscles from the heaving and also muscles from hiccuping that, hurt a lot. So,
yeah,
not great. Not great. Not a great week. Yeah.
Well, like I said, I got nothing.
Okay.
My week was okay.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad. And of course, this all comes like right before I'm going on like a trip for a week. So I'm heading down to Southern California.
Yeah.
For the SoCal Gaming Expo next weekend. That's where they hold the Classic Tetris World Championship.
So that's why you're going.
So that's where I'm going to that.
Okay.
Yeah, because CTWC is there, and I'll be there as part of Enhance, showing off, of course, Tetris Effect Connected and talking to Tetris players and all that stuff. We're showing off Luminous Rise as well.
Nice.
So, yeah, that'll be fun. So if anyone's going to the SoCal Gaming Expo, come by and say hello.
CJ will have Player One merch.
No, I won't.
No, you won't.
I might have some pins, but that'll be the extent of it.
Only $50 a pop.
No. So yeah, doing that and then doing another work trip like right after that. So it's like, it'll be a week of travel right after I've been sick for a week. So that's going to be great.
Awful. Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be just grand. So anyway, why don't we talk about some video game news?
Sure.
That sound good to you?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Well, the most important news, of course, Donkey Kong 64 is coming to the N64 NSO on the 4th of June. That's this week.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, the N64 games on NSO look better than they did on the N64. I mean, just the video you've got running here is so much cleaner looking than what was on original hardware. I'm wondering if the frame rate's going to be better because the frame rate in that game is pretty bad.
Yeah, I doubt it's better.
Yeah,
it doesn't look terrible.
That game was terrible. That game was terrible.
You
watch the DK rap when it starts up, and you've seen the best part of the game.
When it came out, I really liked it. I mean, I reviewed it.
I remember.
I finished the game and reviewed it for EGM, and I enjoyed it. I think I gave it an 8 or an 8.5.
I think you did.
Something like that. It was, right before the time I got completely sick of collectathons. So,
I think
this has a lot to collect.
Yeah, it does. It's well, I mean, it's got all the bananas, but you have to. They all need to be collected by the different characters, right? Like you're in levels and like you see all these different colored bananas, but you can only pick up the ones that relate to the character you're playing as.
Right. So there's how many?
About 6 characters?
6?
4? I don't know. But I think that's one of the reasons what I never. Well, okay. Objectively, I think this is not a very good game. But having said that, the last time I played it was not that long ago. So, I mean, 3D games from the late 90s haven't aged well anyway, as far as like 3D platformers. Like the controls just weren't good in a lot of them. This one is one of those. But I think the other thing is like, I have no nostalgia for Rare collectathons at all. Like I didn't play Rare games. I didn't find them fun, and they had all those platformers on the N64, and I just never played them. Yeah.
DK64.
Yeah. So I think I was just like predisposed to not like that game when it came out anyway.
I don't think Donkey Kong 64 is better than Banjo or Banjo Tooie. Like, I think those might actually be better games, but
yeah. I liked
again, it's been a long time.
But because it was different.
Yeah.
Because it was so different. But yeah.
It was absolutely so different.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know. Donkey Kong 64 was never all that good. And it hasn't aged well. But hey, it's coming.
I'm sure that's the case. But
CJ's going to play through it. Anyway. CJ's going to stream it start to finish.
No.
You're no
I
fun,
might play
man.
it. I might play a little of it again. Sure. I haven't played it since I finished it back in the day. So, yeah. Well, hey, Valve has increased the price of the Steam Deck.
Good Lord.
So the 1 terabyte model going from $649 to $949.
It went up $300.
$300 price.
Holy God!
Increase in the US. Yeah. So both models increasing in price by over 40%. So the 512 gig is now $789 US. And before that, it was $549.
Jesus.
So a big price increase. In part, I think because the RAM that it uses in particular has been the kind that has been hit the hardest with increases. So I believe it uses SODIMMs for RAM, and that is like, some of the components there in terms of the RAM and the SSDs. SSDs already are expensive enough. So that's why you get a $300 increase on the 1 terabyte and like a $250 increase on the 512. Yeah.
That's insane.
Pretty freaking crazy. Yeah.
Well, we just can't have anything nice.
We can't. I mean, and there's no signs of anything stopping or no relief in sight at all.
God damn.
For any of this stuff, which isn't great. And we'll see when the Steam Machine and Steam Frame get released and priced and all that. We'll see what those come out to. Probably over $1,000 for the Steam Machine at this point. That's safe to say. All right, Dragon Quest. So it's the 40th anniversary of the Dragon Quest series. I don't know if you know that.
I know now.
Yeah. So they did a little video stream and announced a reboot of Dragon Quest XII. Do you remember when they announced this? It was supposed to be very different and had a kind of heavy metal
no
branding to it with fire and like rock, like it was a real departure from things. You don't remember that? That was a few years ago.
I saw the article said it was 2021 that they announced it.
Yeah, it was like 5 years ago. But yeah, they are going to. They rebooted development on it, and so it's going to be a while before it comes out. And they gave everybody like a new preview of what it looks like. Let me just boot that up. So it has sort of done away with the dark, grimy, brooding aesthetic, and it's much more bright.
Looks more
and
like
colorful.
A Dragon Quest game.
Looks more like a Dragon Quest game. Exactly.
Looks like it's fully 3D.
It is fully 3D. Yeah.
Cool.
And you're going to get a look at the protagonist here, who's gotten a lot of comments for being very plain and sort of stereotypical.
Johnny Milquetoast.
Protagonist. Yeah, exactly. Johnny Milquetoast. But the animation looks cool. Like running around the environment looks awesome. So yeah, it sure looks like a Dragon Quest game.
I love the way these games look, but more and more I'm just kind of realizing I'm just not a Dragon Quest guy. I want to like these games, and I'll pick one up and play it every now and then, and I just find that I just peter out on it. Like,
yeah.
I don't know why. I loved the first game way back when, but yeah, I mean, there have been good Dragon Quest games. A lot of, I mean, I should say they're all good. That's stupid of me to say. There have been Dragon Quest games that I've enjoyed, but I just find that I can't get in the mindset of these games at all. And it's not that I don't want to play role playing games, because I've been playing more of them lately. But yeah, I don't stick with the Dragon Quests for some reason.
That's a shame, because they are really good games. I think it's a matter of finding one where the story really like connects with you.
Yeah, it could be.
And they are so different. They're not connected like, the Final Fantasy series is very similar in that regard.
Yeah.
So you just kind of have to find one with the protagonist and a story that works for you, and then you might like it. So for me, that was, well, I think I played 8, 9, and 11.
I think I'm not probably like 11. I just haven't played it.
11 is really good. It is really, really good.
Like, I really liked 1 and 2, like the original games, especially like 1 on the NES, 1 and 2 on the Game Boy Color. And then like, I think the next one I really played was 8. I played 7 and I hated it. Played 8 and I really enjoyed it. I mean, 7, the old PlayStation game.
The PlayStation 7, I can understand that. Yeah.
But yeah, I just haven't none of them have clicked for me since then.
I understand that. Yeah.
But I'm guessing 11 would. I just haven't played it.
Well, guess what? 11S is coming out on the Switch. Switch 2.
Yeah, I already own it on Steam anyway.
Okay. Well,
just haven't played it.
Comes out on the Switch 2 in the fall. Unfortunately, no upgrade if you had the Switch 1 version, and no save transfer. So you'd have to start over again. But yeah, it's a big miss. I don't understand why that is the case, but that's the way they've gone with it. So boo, big boo. Anyway, speaking of boo, Fable delayed to February 2027. So it's not due out this fall anymore. Xbox Game Studios and Playground Games delayed the game to give it its time to shine, its own moment to shine.
So they're trying to get away from Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is the reason why, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to be seeing it in their Xbox Game Showcase, which I believe is next week. And then it'll come out in February, apparently. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, we're going to talk about Forza Horizon 6 a little bit later, I'm assuming. But, they do a good job world building. So I'm interested to see what Playground does with this franchise. So, and I like the Fable games.
Too. So. Yeah. All right. Well, that's news. And let's hop into what you've been playing. Greg, I'm going to let you go first, so I'm not talking a whole bunch.
Well, I was going to start with something that we both played, but actually everything we've both played. But
we could do that. We could do that too.
Okay. Well, I'll go through the list I got here first.
Okay.
So the one that I've played that you didn't, because you actually had said that you weren't interested in playing this based
Right.
on their previous game, which
Right.
I don't know what it was, but
The Artful Escape.
the Artful Escape. So I'm talking about Mixtape,
Mm-hmm.
which is, what's the name of the developer?
I don't remember.
I forget too. It's a weird name.
It's something and something.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So this is I mean, indie game with an interesting art style.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like the framing of it. It's very much a John Hughes film. Actually, honestly, it's Ferris Bueller's Day Off in a lot of ways.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, so you play as this character Stacy, but she's there with her like two best friends. They're metalheads from like the 90s basically, and you're playing through their final day together. Because I can't remember if it's they've graduated high school, they're about to graduate, they must have already graduated high school, and Stacy is moving away from this little town that they're in, to move to New York to try to get into the music industry, because it's and that's why this is called Mixtape, because her character is very all about music. And then their other friend Cassandra is going away to college, and then their other friend Van is honestly has no plans on leaving the little town they live in. But yeah, so you're following them through this day technically, but really the game's made up of a bunch of flashbacks. So there's a lot of sort of wandering around different set pieces and sort of interacting with different bits that are in the rooms or in the houses you're in or in the area you're in, and talking to Cass and Van all the time. But they almost always trigger like a flashback, and then that's kind of where the gameplay is. There's usually a mini game involved, whether that be like riding a shopping cart, like being at a party that's raided by the cops, and so they jump into an empty shopping cart and fly down a hill, and you're like controlling the cart, and that's one of the games. And there's one that's a very disturbing game right at the beginning, where Stacy remembers her first kiss, that she says even then, like, she only did it to get it out of the way. And you actually play this game where you control these two tongues.
Oh my
It's
God.
disturbing. It's the only thing that's like that in the whole game. But I mean, in hindsight, it's supposed to be, because she calls out that it was a terrible experience. Like she kind of, frames it as it was gross. So the mini game is gross. But anyway, each section is based on a song. So she's created a mixtape, and she introduces the songs at the beginning of sort of each chapter, and those chapters always have the song playing in the background. Yeah, you're actually on this video, you're showing the kissing mini game. And it's really interesting. It's all licensed music, from the 60s right up through to the 80s. And I loved it. I really, really enjoyed it a lot. It's just, like I said, it's a John Hughes coming of age story. Cass is very much, oh my God, what's Ferris Bueller's friend's name?
Cameron.
She's very much Cameron, not in that she's a loser, but she's got extremely strict parents, and she's sort of coming to grips with that and who she is and what the rest of her life's going to be like. And Stacy's struggling with whether or not she should really be doing what she's about to do, and breaking up the friend group. And it's it could have been a short film.
Yeah.
Which is the criticism I've heard online a lot about this, but I don't really feel like that's fair. Yeah, it's, I mean, you could say you could argue it's not like a traditional game, and maybe it doesn't need to have all these mini games, but it's the way they chose to tell this story through an interactive medium, and I think that's totally fine. And I think it's a really nice story. I really enjoyed it. It got pretty emotional at the end, to be honest. Like, I was a little bit choked up by the end of it, and really, really enjoyed it. a lot. And I loved the music selection's really good. But they actually have 2 Stan Bush songs in here.
All right.
And they're the 2 songs from the Transformers movie soundtrack. There you got the Touch and Dare are both
great.
in the game, which it's so weird because like, they've got Silver Chair and the Jesus and Mary chain and like, Susie and what the heck is the name of that band? Anyway,
Susie and the Banshees.
Susie and the Banshees. So like, it's, I would say, a pretty respectable mix. And then you've got these 2 Stan Bush songs sort of shoehorned in there. But anyway, yeah, and the writing's really good. Like I think it's the characters are really well done. They're very sort of 90s sort of, I don't know, like aloof teenage 90s characters that are obviously like really sort of smart Alex, but I think they did a great job with the dialogue. Like they're very philosophical in a really like 18-year-old kind of way. You know what I mean? Like if you think back to what you were like that age and you're just like sort of having these, they always have these like little epiphanies that they talk to each other about, which like makes sense, but makes sense in a very like, I've only been alive for 18 years and my world's been very small up to this point. But that's what gives it its charm.
Sure.
So yeah, I really recommend it. And what I really loved about it too was I was sitting here playing it, and my youngest daughter came home from her friend's place and sort of sat down and just watched me play it for a while. And she's like, "What is this?" And I told her, and so she sat and watched me play it for like 2 hours. And when she went to bed, we went to bed late that night because we were playing this, and she said, like, you can't play any more of this unless I'm here. So, but then I was playing it on PlayStation, and she realized that it was on Game Pass, so she actually played through it herself on Game Pass. Which it's not weird for her to play video games; she does play video games, but this is the first game she's ever played through, right to the end.
Wow! All right,
yeah. So she finished it herself. So yeah. I really liked it a lot. I recommend it. Especially, like I said, if you're a fan of like sort of the John Hughes, like Ferris Bueller, 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, that kind of stuff, I think you'll get a lot out of it, especially the Ferris Bueller part of it. So yeah, loved it. Really liked it a lot.
Cool.
Yeah.
It has been getting a lot of great buzz. So
yeah, it has. Yeah.
I know that it's not for me, but
yeah, that's fair. But yeah, it's definitely worth. I liked the fact that I loved it, and I mean, I think I loved it for different reasons than my daughter did. But a 50-year-old man and a 13-year-old girl both really enjoying it. It's kind of neat. Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Also, finally got Forbidden Solitaire.
Nice.
Started playing that. That's really good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I don't know how long it's going to take to get through, but I really am enjoying it a lot. I love the idea behind how I think that's supposed to be your sister who's constantly sending you messages.
Yes.
Am I right about that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, the whole idea of, man, like this game has a really weird history, and she's digging further and further and finding things about like the occult and like deaths related to this solitaire game from the CD-ROM solitaire game from the 90s, and sending you like news reports and stuff like that. It's pretty funny. And the game itself, like the mechanics they're pretty good, right? I like
they're great.
Yeah, I mean, I like how, I mean, it's literally just a linear story, and every time there's something your character needs to do, you play a round of solitaire. But I do like the special cards they put in, and like I'm at a point now where you have like poisonous cards that as long as they stay on the tableau, like they're actually chewing away at your hit points, and different ways to like lock cards, and there's the maggot cards as well that you have to kill, and it's neat. And it's the battle situation, the battle setup's pretty cool. It's different. I love how it's so like 90s gory for the sake of being 90s gory. It really fits the style they're going for. Like even when you go to the store and you buy power-ups, they're gems, which is like, oh, that's interesting. And you can see your hand on the screen. But every time you buy a power-up gem, it embeds itself in the hand.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
it's perfect.
Yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it. I haven't tried to play it on the Steam Deck. I'm just playing it on my desktop.
So
but
great on the Steam Deck. Just
Yeah.
use the trackpad for the mouse. It's
I should.
real nice. Really
I should
nice.
do
And
that.
it works really well with the Steam controller as well. Just, yeah. Great stuff.
It can get tough though.
It can, yeah. I've had a couple of game overs.
Yeah, me too. There's
So
that
far.
one the play mechanic that was really throwing me was every now and then you'll get a round where you're trying to avoid being seen.
Yes.
And the way that they do that is they put a spotlight on the screen that's just like this cone of, it's kind of like a Metal Gear, right? Like this cone of vision from this little spotlight at the top of the screen that will sweep across the screen like every couple of turns. And any card that's in that cone of vision, you can select a card that's in that cone, but if you do, it turns red. And then if you select any more cards that are in that cone,
you're dead.
You'll die. Yeah. And the thing is that like it essentially nullifies some of your special abilities, because like you're always gathering mana and you've got these different jokers, and so some of them will actually like destroy cards or clear the tableau or shuffle things or something like that. But if it affects any cards that are in that cone of vision, you'll die. So I find those rounds are really difficult because without fail, I need a card that's in that cone of vision.
Of course. So yes, that always is the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but man, it's really good.
It's
I'm enjoying it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So too many games right now, man.
I know. So many.
So speaking of too many games, more recent stuff, Lego Batman is one that I know you're playing as well.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking about it? Because I talked about it a little bit last week on the show.
So yeah, I really like it. I've only really just started the game.
Okay.
So I'm not that far into it, but yeah, I think it does everything that I've loved about previous Lego games. It has a ton of fan service about Batman, every aspect of Batman, the animated series, the movies, the 60s TV show, all of that stuff, plus the humor is just very off the wall and fun. And I love that type of thing as well. It looks beautiful too. Like it is a very sharp looking game for being a Lego game. And I really so far have loved the combat and pretty much everything about it I've enjoyed so far. But again, I'm not too far into it. I'm still in the League of Shadows.
I was going to ask
at the beginning.
I was going to ask if you've gotten into Gotham yet, because it becomes an open world game once you get into Gotham, right? So,
right.
Yeah. Which I think is it's good, but it definitely brought my progress to a bit of a halt for a while.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, mostly because I wanted to explore. It wasn't forcing me to, but it was just like, oh, I'm driving here, but now there's this crime happening and there's this thing over here, so I want to go check that out. And what was that little icon that appeared? But what I do like about at least when they start you into the open world in Gotham, it's a small area. I think it's called Tricorner is the area. And I mean, it's a very small area. So I kind of like that, where you do end up getting a decent amount of things to do in there, but like everything's close. You're not really traveling too far to do anything. And then it's kind of, shepherding you along pretty fast. And that's like there's so much to do before you even really get into some semblance of what will become the Batcave. And I'm liking how right now I'm playing a lot with well, he's not Commissioner Gordon yet. He's Inspector Gordon, as sort of the sidekick, and he's got his own abilities that are actually pretty cool. And yeah, I'm really still digging it a lot. But I definitely slowed down my progress when I got into the open world bit. But yeah, the fan service is great. Like I like how they're actually referencing a couple of different films as well. Like the first time you might have caught it, how Ra's al Ghul actually has a line from Taken. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
So there's a section later on that you haven't gotten to yet where you go to Wayne Tower as Bruce Wayne, and you walk in and to the receptionist, you hand her your business card to show that you're Bruce Wayne, and then some guy goes crazy about the quality of the business card. And it's like, it's very much an American Psycho reference. He's just he's like sort of referencing that whole scene in American Psycho where they're comparing business cards and everything. It's like, all right, that's pretty cool. That movie. Oh, haven't you? Well, anyway, there you go. When you see the joke, now you'll know where it comes from. Because obviously, you know, the famously the Batman actor whose name I can't remember, Christian Bale. He was in American Psycho. So anyway, yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving that stuff. And every time they show Alfred, he's kind of like getting the Batcave together, and he just it's ridiculous. He's always in ridiculous situations.
Yeah,
but I'm still really enjoying
it. I love the humor of everything. It's great. Yeah, I need to play more of it. There's so many games.
Yeah, and you should watch American Psycho, by the way.
I should.
And then the other game that I think we're both going to be talking about just came out this week is 007 First Light.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure. I'm a James Bond fan. I wasn't sure I wanted to play it because it's IO Interactive, and I know the Hitman games are good, but I've never been a fan of them. I've tried them a few times, and they've never really done anything for me. So I was kind of like reluctant to play this. Although then I had someone describe it as, or somebody on our Discord, I think it was actually Mike Phillips, who described it as Uncharted crossed with Hitman. And it's like, okay, well, I'm a little more interested now. But then, so we bought this game with show funds. So the risk was taken away as far as that goes. And I love it. It's really good.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know how far you are right now, but
not very.
Oh, really? Okay.
Not very, but I love the playable montage, the training montage.
Yes,
like that's
exactly one of the most I was going to bring up.
Like interesting ways to do like connected tutorial bits, although it felt a little disconnected, but it's like different gameplay snippets that you're suddenly dropped into.
Yeah,
that include melee combat or
shooting, driving,
shooting, things like that, running and gunning, and I really enjoyed how that whole thing was set up. Like I really thought it was great.
Yeah,
and I watched a streamer do it a day before, and I was like, "What the hell am I watching?" Like when I tuned in, they were right at they were doing the montage, and I was like, what is happening with the game? Is it like skipping around? And it's like, no, it's a montage bit, which I thought, super, super fun way to do everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think they did a great job right from the rip, actually. Like, I mean, so the whole story here it's an origin story for Bond. So when you start, I mean, you are James Bond, but you're not the James Bond at that point.
You're not 007.
You're just some guy named James Bond who's a British soldier. So there's this big stealth and action sequence at the beginning. I mean, much like a James Bond movie. When you're finished, that's when the credits run, and with a nice brand new James Bond-ish sounding theme song and everything like that.
From Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey, yeah, which my kids were impressed by. That's who it was that was singing in a video game. But I've really been enjoying them tutorializing everything using these training montages. He almost, I just waiting for it to break into like, you're the best around or something like that. But
yeah,
but it's handled really well. So I'm actually in the first like real mission now. The first mission as a 00 anyway.
Oh, okay.
Or I should
Great.
say the second mission. There's like an infiltration mission earlier than that. But what I'm really digging, which I think this is kind of how the Hitman games work, is that it gives you so many options to do what you need to accomplish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have multiple ways to tackle everything.
Yeah. So I'm in this mission right now where I'm trying to like infiltrate this big hotel, and where there's a chess competition happening, which explains the chess pieces in the opening trailer or the opening credits. And it's just like, I'm so impressed by how many different ways I could be doing this. Although I'm in a section now where I'm trying to get through a laundry room that's filled with ex-cons, and I cannot do it. I can't.
Oh, really?
I've tried it like 5 times, and I'm trying to be stealthy, but there's really not a happy way to get from point A to B in there, and there's a lot of distractors, but I can't distract everybody enough to run, sort of get past them. So I always end up in a big fight with them, and I'm not good enough at the combat to get through that.
Okay.
To get through it. But yeah, no, I'm glad that I took the leap on this one, because it's real good. It's really good.
It is very good. Yeah.
Yeah. And I love that you go to the Q Lab, and yeah.
I love the Hitman games anyway. Hitman, World of Assassination stuff they did, like, those are fun games and missions. So I knew from that viewpoint this was going to be good. And it seems like, from the combat perspective, it's not all about stealth and sneaking around, which I think is good.
Definitely not.
And yeah, everything that I've seen so far, I've really just loved. So curious to see what they're going to do in terms of encouraging you to try different ways of tackling missions you've already done. Like if there is going to be any sort of...
They've already set that up.
Okay.
In the game.
Because Hitman was very much like that. It's like, hey, you did it this way, but we're going to like give you a hint. Like, what if you did this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you want me to tell you how they're going to do that?
Sure.
So in the Q Lab, there's another character whose name I'm blanking on, because that's kind of my thing, that you meet early on, where she talks about how she's building a virtual reality training program.
Okay.
And after you go do, I think the first real mission as a 00 trainee, when you talk to her again, the system is up and running, and she points out how it's using the data that's collected by the 00s when they're on their missions.
Okay.
To recreate those missions, but to give you the option to change all the variables. So like, the opening sequence takes place in Iceland.
Right.
And so that's like the first mission that she has available for you to try, but I haven't tried it yet, because I think I actually can't do it yet, because it was said, yeah, I'll try it later. But she's saying, like, imagine if you did that mission, but it was like during a blizzard. We can do that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like she's saying, like, we can change every variable, but it's going to feel real because it's using a haptic suit and you're in virtual reality, and et cetera, et cetera. So I think that's how they do what you're talking about.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And there's an online component too that I haven't. The game is 2 or 3 times called out like you should really be online, but I don't know why. It doesn't say why.
That does for you. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I haven't bothered trying to figure it out, because I don't think I'm quite to the point where it will do whatever it's talking about yet, because I'm still pretty early in the game. Even though I'm a few hours in now, or a couple hours in now, I feel like I'm still really early in the game.
Okay.
So,
okay.
There hasn't been that big moment where one of the 00s, the trainees, kills everybody or something like that. Like, I feel like that's coming, because it's a Bond story, but
naturally.
Anyway.
which one of your friends is actually going to double cross everybody.
Right. Exactly. Because you're in a group of like six other. Yeah, I think because you are 007, I think there's actually 001 through 6 as trainees with you as well. So
yeah.
Anyway, no, it's really good. Really enjoying it. Too many games to play right now, but I'm really enjoying it.
My God, I know, right?
Yeah.
It's nuts.
So I know we have one other game to talk about, but why don't you go through the rest of what you've been playing first?
Okay, I'll do that. Let me bring up this one. So I started playing Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. And this one, I think a lot of people have a lot of thoughts about this game because there was the expectation that it was going to be a Yoshi platformer, which it kind of is, but it's not a Yoshi's Island type platformer at all. You know, the Yoshis find this mysterious book and then chapter by chapter go through and kind of make different discoveries inside of the worlds on the pages. So you find different animals or creatures or things happen on there and you investigate them. And so you go into a level that's basically like a sandbox and you are investigating a particular type of creature, but you're investigating all parts of that level and that creature. So how does that creature interact with the world? What happens if you put it on your back? What happens if you eat it? What happens if you connect that creature with something else in the level? What happens if it eats a berry or a pepper that's on that level? And so you uncover like all of these different things. So it's a very much like a sandbox where you're discovering things. It's sort of like a puzzle game where it's like, okay, you're investigating this flower creature, but in essence, you're trying to find out everything you can about it. So yeah, if it rides on Yoshi's back, it does this, or if you eat it, it does this, or if you butt stomp on it, it does this, or you know, the different ways it interacts with other animals or creatures in the environment. Like once you get a little further in the game, things start to interact with each other and you sort of figure out how everything interacts with each other. And you can be like, oh, you discover with the flowers that if you bop them a certain way, then it exposes this stalk that you can then hook onto umbrellas and ride around and things like that. Like there's a lot of this is a game about making discoveries by combining the different things in the world in each level. It's not a platforming game. It's not a challenging game in that respect. There's no way to die in each level. But that's not what the game's about. The game is about having these sort of aha moments where you are saying, oh, well, what if I combine this with this? Or what if I bring this over here? Like, what's going to happen? Or what if I butt stomp this bubbly pool a whole bunch? Like, what happens then? And so that's the magic of this game. That's the whole thrill of this game are those discoveries, those sort of aha moments. And it fills out the book with the different things that you've done after you have completed a level. And each level has maybe like one goal that you are trying to achieve, but it has many other mini goals. And so after you've achieved whatever the main goal is, you can exit the level at any time after that point. Or you can stay in and continue to make discoveries if you want. And it always hints at discoveries that you didn't find in your playthrough as it reveals like what the discoveries you did find are. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's a really interesting game. Very different than I think anybody, myself included, thought. Like, it's not a Yoshi platformer. Those are the mechanics, but it's a Yoshi discovery sandbox. It's kind of a puzzle game.
Yeah, I mean, that's how they were describing it. And I mean, it sure looks pretty.
It's a very pretty game. Yeah, it looks great. And yeah, you just kind of interact with the environment. It's like, oh, okay, well, all of these little cotton balls, puff balls are appearing on the ground. What happens if they're attached to this boulder here? Oh, then I can break the boulder because the puff balls have weakened the boulder. And what happens, if I put them on a bigger boulder? What happens if I run through and make these larger puff balls? What happens then? Like, there's all these different things to discover and find. And so you're having these aha moments, like, at a pretty rapid pace. Yeah, what happens if I feed an apple to the flower? Or what happens if the flower is covered with puffballs? Like, all these different things. It's like, it hits you in rapid succession. You're finding out all of these things. And if you like Nintendo games where they're like relying on you to discover things, I think you're really going to like this game because it's full of that. This game is nothing but that.
That's cool. It seems like something I wouldn't play, but
yeah, I can understand that for sure. Like, it's not a platformer in the traditional sense. It's not another Yoshi's Island. Like, people for sure go into games like this thinking or looking for that, and that's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But it's a fun little video game. I'm having a good time with it so far.
Cool.
Yeah. What else did I play? Oh, Forza Horizon 6. Let's talk about that. So I picked up Forza Horizon 6 on Steam.
And
I've been playing it on the Steam Deck. Was that a mistake? I'm not sure yet.
Why does it not play well on the Steam Deck?
No, it plays well on the Steam Deck. It runs well, like it holds 30 frames a second pretty well. Some occasional slowdowns to like 28, 29 frames a second. So not bad. It doesn't look great necessarily. Okay. I think it looks fine on the portable, like playing portably. Yes. If you're playing it on TV, no, I don't think it works as well. But if you're playing portably on the OLED, I think it looks great. And I think in general, I really like it. In terms of Forza Horizon games, in terms of racing games in general, the way that I prefer to play is kind of like a drop in, like, oh, just give me something cool to do and I'll race and like then drop out. Like, I'm not really like I'm not even really paying attention to my career in a Forza Horizon game. I'm just looking to drop in, have fun for a little while, and dip out. And Forza Horizon 6 does that very, very well. Like previous games, it has a little AI companion thing that you can ask to suggest different things that you can do at any given time. And so I've used that a bunch. And there's like a food delivery mini game thing that I really have liked doing so far. So I've done a bunch of that. And I think I've gotten 2 of the wristbands so far.
Okay.
So, and I've done like rally races and street races and all kinds of stuff. So I am really enjoying it so far, and the variety in terms of where you're racing, I think, is great. Forza, I think, is just my speed in terms of being able to rewind if I make like a major mistake and be able to fix it pretty well. I like the whole idea that it puts the racing line down, even though you don't really have to like. It's just a suggestion, really, but it helps.
I think it's like definitely the best way to do it. But
yeah, I I've configured it so that it only shows me the braking line. So it doesn't show the blue line for most of the time, just the yellow and red, which has been nice. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Obviously, the Japan setting I really enjoy as well, and of course the music's great. The gameplay is great. I'm using the behind the car elevated view most often, not the in car view, because I just cannot I cannot do that view very well.
You know, it's funny because I remember the older Forza Horizons. That's how I used to play, and I've tried that in this one, and like, how did I ever do this?
Yeah, how did that work? Yeah, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Just kind of playing a few races every now and again. Just kind of not burning out on it or anything like that.
Yeah,
just having fun with it on the regular. I think for a gamer like you, Greg, who's like all about racing, I can see why you don't like the way that it's set up, because it's really, set up for someone like me with a short attention span and wanting to do different things and not focus on one car or one aspect of your career. And that's just kind of what the game has become now, which I'm totally all about. I love it, but I can understand why it wouldn't be for you.
Yeah, it just it didn't. I stopped playing it.
That's too bad.
It's not for me. So
it's too bad.
Which I talked about last week. I'm not going to complain about it again. It's just not for me.
Yeah, and I understand that. Yeah. So I also played the Adventures of Elliot prologue demo.
What's for a little while.
So Adventures of Elliot is the Octopath Traveler team doing a Zelda style action game. So it's got the HD 2D style graphics. And let me just bring up the demo so that I can talk over it. I believe our good friend Brent Mukai is one of the voice actors in it too, which is cool. Always cool to hear him. But so it's Zelda style, sort of overhead perspective. Just kind of beautifully done.
Well, I mean, those games look gorgeous, so beautifully not surprising. This looks so nice.
Yeah, in the beginning of the game, so the prologue demo, now this will carry your save over to the final game, and the full game comes out in mid-June. So this is really like the start of the game. And I have seen people kind of complain that the dungeons are really easy. And it's like, well, yeah, this is the start of the game. It's going to be, it's going to be easy. And yes, it's not going to assume that you have played a game of this style necessarily. So it does have, I have heard complaints on the internet that it has, a sidekick that talks too much, and I'm not usually bothered by that kind of thing anyway. And so far it's been fine.
You're a Navi fan?
I don't really care. I mean, yes, she talked a lot in that game, but I'm not going to like it doesn't ruin my enjoyment of the game any at all. So yeah, this game, Zelda style adventure, has dungeons. It does little things like combat bonuses, like if you're able to hit enemies without getting hit yourself, you add like a certain amount to the bonuses, or the gold that you get from downing enemies, which is nice. Yeah, so
all you're really reminding me is that Mina the Hollower is out too. I got to play that.
Mina the Hollower is out. Yeah, this game, Adventures of Elliot, is more my speed, I think, than Mina the Hollower. I have been watching people play Mina the Hollower, and it just reminds me how much that probably is not my style of game, or it's just not for me.
I really want to play it, but there's just so much right now.
Yeah. Even the Adventures of Elliot prologue demo. Like, it is like, do I really want to play through the demo and then start the game? Like,
right.
Whenever that's coming out, like in less than a month. Like,
yeah,
I probably shouldn't play all the way through the demo. Probably should just wait. And plus, there's so many other games coming out that I want to play and that I'm in the process of playing. That
exactly.
Yeah, probably shouldn't focus too much on this one. So anyway, yeah, that's Adventures of Elliot. Let's talk about Bubsy.
Bubsy. So why are we talking about Bubsy?
So on our Discord, some of the listeners decided it would be fun to do like a game of the month type game club thing. Maybe not call it game club because that term is doomed in player one lore.
Negative connotations. Yep.
Negative connotation. So yeah, there's a game of the month channel on our Discord where people have voted upon a game to play. They voted on Bubsy for May, and then June, I believe, is Sin and Punishment and Star Fox 64. It's like a dual.
Yep. First 2 weeks, and then the second 2 weeks. Yep.
A dual roll of two different games. So, yeah, started off with Bubsy, and
so we figured we'd partake.
We figured we would partake. I played a little Bubsy for the first time. I had never played Bubsy.
Me too. I had never played it before. I ended up getting the Perfect Collection, just grabbing that because I wanted to see the interviews, but
I played it on NSO.
Oh, I forgot it was on NSO.
It's on NSO.
But yeah, I was the same way. Like I remember, it's so funny because when Bubsy came out, it was really well received. The first one.
Yeah.
Like it got a lot of praise in the press.
Yes, it did. It did.
And I never really played it.
I gotta say, I don't understand the praise.
Neither do I.
I do not understand the praise. I'm almost wondering if it isn't like somebody at Accolade was really well liked by the press. And that's why Bubsy got decent coverage and decent reviews, because the game itself
is not very good.
Not very good. It's not a well-designed platformer. It's just a mishmash of ideas, really.
It is
collecting yarn balls for what reason? There's no reason.
Well, I think that's it. I mean, I think it's an interesting sort of look into how important the mascot platformer was in the 90s. And I mean, for what it's worth, I will say this game does look nice. Like for being like from 92, I think it is.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
I mean, the character the character animates nicely. He's got a lot of personality.
Sure.
All that stuff is good. And the levels, they look okay. I mean, there's nothing special.
They look okay, but they're not designed well.
They're designed terribly. Well, that's just it, right? And that's when I was playing it, I was really taken by two things that you can see that either they didn't, and I say this as someone who's never tried to build a game like this either, and it's easy to say this.
Yeah.
But boy, the levels just seem like there was no rhyme or reason to the design, and they're so big and everything's off screen. Like almost every other jump in Bubsy is a leap of faith. And like you look at a Sonic or a Mario, and that's just not the case, right? Like that's the reason that those games, the level design in those games, that's what's so good about it, is that there are multiple paths. There are things off screen that you don't necessarily see on your first run through, but you're not just randomly jumping into space and hoping for the best, especially in a one-hit kill situation, which is the other problem with
one-hit kills. Yeah,
it's crazy.
I was thankful for being able to rewind while playing, because I was like, if I was playing this normal with no save state or no way, no ability to like undo a mistake, I would not last long in this.
No, exactly. And I mean, it's funny because it reminded me of when I did some freelance for, I think this interview was when we were working on the Sega Mega Drive and Genesis Collected Works book from Read Only Memory. And I think it was Craig Stitt that I was interviewing. So Craig Stitt was, I think he worked at Sega Technical Institute way back when, but he's more, probably his bigger claim to fame is Spyro. I think Spyro was his creation. And so he worked on the Toys to Life games that grew out of Spyro. Okay. And I remember him telling me a story about working at Sega of America and them getting prototypes of Sonic the Hedgehog, the original Sonic the Hedgehog. And him saying, like, the first prototype that we got, it wasn't very good. The game wasn't very good. And he said, when we knew that this game was going to be something great, was the first prototype they got where Sonic could take 2 hits. Like, up until that point, he said it was a technical marvel, right? Like, it was really fast. They couldn't figure out how Naka was doing the loop-de-loop trick. That was one of the big things that he called out too. But he said, like, when Sonic became great was when they got a revision of it where he could hold rings, and when he got hit, he would just lose the rings. And as I'm playing Bubsy, I'm thinking that's what this game needs so badly.
It absolutely does. Yeah.
It needs, like, use the yarn balls, do the Sonic thing, give him 2 hits, right? Because especially where you're going to make people make one leap of faith after another, like, it's oh boy, you've got no time, and he moves just fast enough that you've got no time to react to anything.
Right, and you have to use that flying mechanic pretty liberally,
hovering,
to float down, because you die from falls
all the time,
a lot.
Yeah, except when you're coming out of a spout of water for some reason.
Yeah, what's the
that
deal
you
with
could fall
that?
multiple screens and you're okay.
Fine. Yeah.
So, but yeah, Bubsy, boy, I people liked this game back in the day. I don't get it.
Who though?
People. I don't know.
People. Because I mean, I read the video game magazines at the time, and I know that it got good reviews. I never played it back then, and had no desire to really.
Yeah.
And then, I never played any of the. Well, I played Bubsy 3D, of course, but.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's your game.
I know, but it just wasn't a series that I had any interest in, and I didn't know anybody that played Bubsy or.
Yeah, that's fair. Neither did I.
Bubsy. So who are these people?
Yeah. I can't believe this was going to be a cartoon show at one point.
Well, they did at least a Thanksgiving special, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that Perfect collection, it's good, but boy, is it ever, like, Digital Pictures has ruined retro gaming collections for everybody else.
Digital Eclipse. Digital
Eclipse, Digital Pictures. I was thinking about that wonderful documentary that's out right now.
Oh, yes.
Digital Pictures. But Digital Eclipse has ruined these retro game collections for everyone, because the Bubsy collection is nice, but boy, it's just not even in the same area code as, like, anything from Digital Pictures or Digital Eclipse at this point. So.
Yeah.
But if you like Bubsy and you want to learn more about it, there are a couple of interviews on that collection that are, worth finding and listening to. And there's the Game Boy version of Bubsy, which is even less playable than the Super Nintendo and Genesis games.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It even calls it out when you're going to select the games, like there's little descriptive blurbs for each game on the selection screen, and the kind of just says, like, probably best to just skip this one.
It knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that game club, we're doing like a monthly game club thing on the Discord. So if you're interested in that, jump onto our Discord and find that channel. Game of the month, it's called, and they're doing votes for every month. And yeah, this coming month, the first 2 weeks, there's Sin and Punishment on the N64, and then Star Fox 64 on the N64, and we will be talking about those as well. So we'll try to monitor that a little bit more and get some of the comments that come in on that channel on here as well.
Yes.
Maybe.
Can we do some blue sky stuff?
Let's do it. Oh, should I? Blue skies. Blue skies. I see.
Yes. All right. Let's do this one from Hacker Alias Dan Before Time, who says, I'm sure you've talked about this at some point over the course of the show, but what is the first game that you remember playing when you were a kid? Mine was Chopper Command on the Atari 2600 at my friend's house. First game you remember playing?
It would have been a 2600 game. I would say it's probably Combat.
Okay. Mine was in the arcade because we didn't have a console at home until after the crash, actually. So mine would have been probably Popeye.
Nice.
Nintendo's Popeye, maybe Donkey Kong at the Purple Cow in the Beverly neighborhood of Chicago, which is where I grew up. And that would have been, they had a couple arcade machines. They had Popeye, Donkey Kong, Crystal Castles, and Star Wars.
Crystal Castles.
Yeah. And those were my formative games. Those four, like my formative video games, because we went to that place a lot. And those are the games that I played first. And so that's probably why I love Nintendo so much, is because of Donkey Kong and Popeye.
Well, yeah. Why not?
I'm still waiting for that Hamster Arcade Archives Popeye.
Is that the thing they said they were going to do?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I'm waiting on it, hoping that they do it eventually, because isn't Popeye public domain now?
Yeah, that's fair.
So, and they have worked with Nintendo on other things, so why not?
Sure.
The day they do that will be a very good day for me. Yeah.
All right.
Let's continue on. Let's do this one from Hacker Alias Worth Nintendo, who says, "Good day, lads. So Vampire Survivors had Castlevania and Contra DLC. Which game series would you want to see Vampire Crawlers do a collab with? I'd be all over them getting some love from Sega with Shin Megami Tensei or Etrian Odyssey. Shin Megami Tensei would be perfect based on its roots on the SNES. I mean, I think they could do Contra and Castlevania also. I mean, why not?
Sure.
Vampire Crawlers. They could do some other Sega stuff like Phantasy Star or Shining in the Darkness, like do some dungeon crawling stuff.
I'm trying to think what would fit like the theme of, Vampire Crawlers, though. Yeah. Like as far as like the sort of Halloween-y sort of stuff. All I can think of is like it'd be interesting to see them tackle some Resident Evil stuff.
So Decap Attack starring Chuck D. Head.
There you go. Yeah, nice. I think you could do some fun things with some Resident Evil, like level designed based on Resident Evil areas and things like a Raccoon City level, that sort of thing.
That could be cool. Or the police station.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Silent Hill. Do some Silent Hill stuff. That's
Metal
what I'm
Gear?
thinking.
Metal Gear?
Yeah, sure.
Gear?
Yeah,
that'd be pretty great. Or
just go completely weird and do like Guitar Man.
God, Guitar Man.
Left field.
When are they gonna revisit that? Probably never.
Yeah, they need to bring that out again somehow.
They really do.
Even if it's not a new game, just re-release the old one.
I know. They probably won't, though.
No, they won't.
Unfortunately. All right, let's do this one. From Hacker Alias, Mr. Nelson, who says, I am really tempted to buy a refurbished PlayStation. The refurbished PlayStation Portal is going for $150 on eBay. As a PS5 owner who loves his Switches in handheld mode and his Steam Deck, would it be worth it? I knew you were going to make that noise.
Yeah, I mean, I still use my Portal, not very often, but I do use it. Yeah. I mean, I guess it just depends. Like for me, it does make a little bit of sense because my PlayStation 5 is connected to the family television.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, if there's a situation where maybe I don't want to be dominating the family television, it's nice to have that option.
Yeah.
Like say if maybe my kids might have some friends over and they're watching a movie or something like that, then I can go in another room and I can play my PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
It's great for that. So if you have situations like, and I know Mr. Nelson does have a family, so you know, I could see it working in that situation. And I mean, if you just like playing portable, yeah, I guess it would make sense. It's a pretty good experience. I mean, I have no complaints about the Portal. It works really well, and it looks really nice. That's a really nice screen.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, for sure. And the improvements they've made to it over the past couple years have been great as well. My question is, where are you playing it? Around the house? Yes, or are you going to try to take this to work or
out and
on
about?
trips?
I can't recommend because I don't know anything about what the performance quality is.
Yeah, I really don't take the Portal outside the house. It's mainly a remote player, and you can play games over the cloud if you have a PlayStation Plus subscription. I forget what level you need to play things on the cloud. But
some stupid name.
It's probably premium. But yeah, if you're playing it just at home and you're using it as an off TV player, I think it works really, really well. It's the nicest experience to do that with PS5 games. I mean, there are ways to do it on the Steam Deck and get a similar result. And maybe you want to look into those things before, splurging on a Portal. But again, the Portal's only $150. Like, it's a pretty good price for a handheld. And it is a really good handheld.
It really is.
I really do enjoy it. You know, I played a bunch of Pragmata that way. I played a bunch of games Portal only, really. Like, and when I was having so many issues with my eyes, I was not playing on the TV. I was playing on handheld using the Portal. That's how I played PS5 games. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I guess that's a good point. Like the fact that it's $150, that's not bad. I mean,
yeah,
the especially where we just started the show talking about the Steam Deck costing $1,000 now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's great for that. Although I won't be bringing it on like the trip that I'm going on. Won't be bringing it.
Yeah, I don't travel with it at all. I've traveled with my Switch 2. I've traveled with my Steam Deck. I've traveled with my Analog Pocket.
Switch 2 and Steam Deck are the main ones.
But I don't travel with my Portal.
I don't either. I do have a case for it, but I haven't really had to use it.
I don't even have a case for it
in a long time. Yeah. All right, let's do another one from Mr. Nelson, who says, I've been flying a lot for work and we'll be flying again next week. I have a Switch 2 and a Steam Deck. Any suggestions for good airplane games? First of all, Vampire Crawlers.
Vampire Crawlers.
That game has the uncanny ability to just melt time.
Yep. I think. Yeah, especially once you get further into it. Runs can take a long time.
Runs can take a very long time further in. I'm still making my way through that game and enjoying it a lot. I would try any Picross game. Like, I think those are fun airplane games as well. Yeah.
I mean, you can't go. Yeah, Picross is a good time waster as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one that I had in my head, and now it's gone. I don't know. Those are the two I was going to suggest anyway.
I did pick up that Jaws game that Jeremy Parrish did.
I don't know this. Run? Oh, just the NES Jaws? Or
the
there's
NES
a new
Jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, have you heard about this?
I feel like I probably did.
Jaws Retro Edition. It's out on the Switch and it's out on Steam.
Oh, no.
But basically, yeah, it's both the original version of Jaws plus a version that brings some quality of life upgrades to everything as well. First of all, you can save anywhere, you can rewind. It has achievements and trophies and all that stuff. But then there's an enhanced edition, which is a massively expanded multi-chapter adventure that covers all 4 Jaws films. Has new quests and objectives, new abilities, more challenging enemies, and a deeper realization of the original game's role-playing roots, which I'm reading from the game description at this point.
So Jeremy Parrish did this?
Jeremy Parrish is the mastermind behind the enhanced edition, which I think is such a cool idea bizarre. To take Jaws, which, is a sort of infamous NES game in terms of how like bad it is, and to like make improvements to it and to add content to it. I think it's really an interesting idea. And that was only like $15.
Huh.
And I bought it on sale for Steam, and it plays really well on the Steam Deck.
Interesting.
So, nice little.
I can't see ever playing that.
Nice little distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Indeed. So I guess those are our current recommendations.
I guess so.
Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1Podcast on your Blue Skies, or you can go to our internet website, our new internet website at player1podcast.com. There you'll find our contact information. You'll find show notes and links to all the things that we talked about on this episode and every episode. And you will also find a link to our Discord server, where you can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
If you would like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by loading up your favorite podcast listening app. We're also on Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our show on youtube.com/P1Podcast, or you can watch us live most weeks on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Just follow our Blue Sky account to find out when we're doing our next live show, typically every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. So please join us. And if you like what you heard and how could you can head on over to patreon.com/P1Podcast. Throw a few shekels our way. Helps us keep the lights on. Helps us build new websites. Helps CJ go to emergency care when he eats Domino's pizza.
I'm not that. No, the show funds did not assist in that at all.
But no, they do assist us. They do help us keep the lights on. They do assist us by, helping to pay for some games every now and then. So we really do appreciate it. And if you are a subscriber of the $5 tier,
cheap,
you gain special access to a weekly bonus episode. We record it live after this, where we play games, we crack wise, do all the stuff we can't do on the regular show. CJ?
Yeah.
Do we have a game this week?
We do have a game this week, Greg. It is an EGM review game with all Bonds. All James Bond games.
I need to look up the names of James Bond games.
So you're going to have to remember the names.
I'm not gonna, but okay.
That'll be games. And it should be interesting to revisit some of those old video games.
All right. Cool. And if you have a few bucks left over, you can hopefully go and support me on patreon.com/Greg Stewart, where $3 a month,
also cheap,
gets you early access to every one of my videos, a couple of which I'm still working on right now. one about sexy games on the Pioneer Laser Active. That's right.
All right.
Too hot for YouTube. So I'm gonna put it on there anyway. So hey, the channel might be gone after that. Who knows?
Could be.
Yeah. CJ.
Yeah. Huh?
I'm glad you're back this week. Glad you're feeling a little bit better.
I'm glad I'm back as well. I'm glad I'm feeling a little better. I want to feel even better. I'm not back to 100% yet, but we'll see if that happens. I'm hoping
get you there
soon. I'm hoping. Yeah.
Word. Thank you for hosting.
Thank you for joining me, Greg.
You're welcome. And thank you. Yes, you, dear listeners. We really do appreciate you and all you do and how you contribute to our community. Go join the Discord and check out the Game of the Month Club. Play some Sin and Punishment. And let us know what you think for our episode in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye-bye.